Hello everyone, I am Dr. Ramya Ranjan Pandit. So today we are going to discuss an important topic from structural analysis 2, that is our slope deflection method. So slope deflection method is actually employed to analyze statically indeterminate structure. So this is the given question where the beam is statically indeterminate and we have to draw the shear force bending moment diagram. So the given question is analyze the continuous beam by slope deflection method if the joint B sinks by 10 mm, EI 4000 kilonewton meter square. Draw the shear force and bending moment diagram. So you can see the two span AB and BC. The span AB and A is fixed, B is a roller support and C is consists of a roller support. The different dimensions are given. Length span AB is 8, total length of span BC is 4 meter, and load applied on the span AB is UTL 20 kilonewton per meter, and a point load, that is 80 kilonewton, is acting on the span BC at the middle of it. So how we are going to solve it? Actually, due to this applied load, the 20 kilonewton and the 80 kilonewton, so on the beam there will be fixed end movement will be generated. Fixed end movement will be generated. So how on the span AB, this will be anti-clockwise, this will be clockwise, here it is anti-clockwise, here it is clockwise. So anti-clockwise is negative, clockwise is positive, this is negative, this is our positive. This is why happening, it is due to the deflection diagram. If this is my fixed one and the load is applied like this, so it is going to deflect like this. So if it is going to deflect like this, the movement will be getting like this here at the span A, and here like B. Similarly here and here. This is how the movements are produced due to our external applied load. So due to the external applied load, there will be fixed end movement. So first we are going to calculate the fixed end movement. So fixed end movement first is negative. So we will be writing fixed end for AB, if it is UDL, WL square by 8. So minus 20 into 8 square by 8, this is minus 106.66 kilonewton meter. Similarly from B to A, M fixed moment BA, that is positive 1. So WL square by 8 is equal to 106.66 kilonewton meter. Now for the span BC, fixed end movement F BC minus WL by 8, this is for point load. So minus 80, length is 4, 8, it is minus 40 kilonewton meter. Similarly fixed CB will be positive WL by 8, that is our 40 kilonewton per meter. This is required because slope deflection equation consists of fixed end moment, the rotation and our sinking support. So the equation for our slope deflection is given by MAB is equal to M fixed end moment AB plus twice EI by L bracket 2 into theta A plus theta B minus 3 del by L. Okay, fixed end moment is minus 106.66. 2 EI for the span AB, you can see is given 2 EI. So I will be writing 2 EI, and L for the span is 8. Now theta A is 0, theta B, this sinks by 10 mm, it means 0.01 millimeter divided by 8. Theta A, the rotation 0 for fixed support, at A. So there will be no rotation.
So this becomes minus 106.66 plus 4, this is 0.5 EI theta b minus 4 by 8. EI is given 4000 into 3 into 0.01 divided by 8. So minus 106.66 plus 0.5 EI theta b. This term we are getting 4 into 4000 into 3 into 0.01 divided by 8 into 8 is 7.5. So I get 0.5 EI into theta b minus, so 106.66 and 7.5, we get minus 114.16. So we name it as equation 1. Similarly, if I am calculating BA, so M fixed end BA plus 2 EI by L theta A plus 2 theta B minus 3 del by L. So this is my positive two into EI is given 2 EI by L is 8, theta is 0 plus 2 theta B minus 3 into 0.01 divided by 8. So 106.66 now plus EI theta B minus 7.5. So this is EI theta b plus 106.66 minus 7.5 is 99.16. So this is we call
equation 2.
MBA. Next, for the span BC, MBC fixed end movement BC plus 2 EI by L 2 theta B plus theta C minus 3 into minus del by L. So this is minus 40. 2 EI is given EI only, L is our fourth, theta B plus theta C plus 3 into 0.01 divided by 4. So minus 4 plus EI into theta B plus 0.5 EI into theta C plus 2 into 4 into 4000 into 3 into 0.01 divided by 4. So 2 into 4000 into 3 into 0.01 divided by 4 into 4, we are getting 15. So EI theta B plus 0.5 EI theta C minus 25. So this is our equation 3. Now MCB, M of FCB plus 2 EI by L theta B 2 theta C 3 into 0.01 by 4. So this is positive 40. Now 0.5 EI into theta B plus EI into theta C plus 15. So this equation gives 0.4 ei into theta b plus ei into theta c plus 55. So this is our equation 4.
Now applying equilibrium equation,
Applying equation of equilibrium,
since support B consists of a roller, so we can say that movement about B is equal to 0. But at the joint B, BA plus B, so movement about BA plus movement about BC is 0. So movement about BA is our equation 2. So EI theta B plus 99.16 plus MBC is equation 3. EI theta B plus 0.5 EI into theta C minus 25 is equal to 0. So this equation becomes 2 into EI theta B plus 0.5 EI into theta C 99.16 minus 25 is 74.16. 74.16. This is our equation 5. Now similarly at the joint G, joint C, there is a roller, so we can write movement about C since roller support. So movement about C means MCB is equal to 0. So the equation becomes 0.5 EI into theta B plus EI into theta C plus 55 is equal to 0. Equation 6. Now we have to simultaneously solve equation 5 and 6 to find the two unknown EI theta B and EI theta C. So to solve this, multiply 4
in equation 6. So we get 2 EI theta B plus 0. EI theta C plus 74.16. Here 2 into EI theta B 4 into EI theta C plus 220. This is equal to 0. This is equal to 0. Now minus and minus. This is 0. This is minus 3.5 EI into theta C minus 220 74.16. So we get 145 minus 145.84 is equal to 0. So EI theta C is 145.84 divided by minus 3.5. So we get minus 41.66 EI theta C.
Now we have to find out the value of EIB. So EIB value can be find out.
So 2 into EI into theta B plus 0.5 minus 41.66 plus 74.16 is equal to 0. So we get
74.16 minus into 41.66 divided by 2. So
EI theta B minus 26.65. So EIB value is this one.
So we got EIB and EI theta C. Now applying the value of EI theta and EI theta C in equation 1 to 4. We will apply the value of EI theta B and EI theta C in equation 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So our equation 1 is (0.5) EI theta B 0.5 into EI theta B, that is minus 26.65 minus 114.16 minus 114.16. So 114.16 so 127 point minus 127.48 kilonewton meter, because this is our MAB. Now MPA, it means we'll apply the value in equation 2. So EI theta B plus 99.16. So we get 26.65 72.51. Similarly at MBC in equation 3, EI theta B minus 26.65 plus 0.5 EI theta C 0.5 into minus 41.66 minus 25. So we get 26.65 minus 72.5 kilonewton per meter. So you can see that MBA and MBC are same. Now MCB in equation 4, 0.5 EI theta B, this should come 0, 0.5 EI theta B 0.5 EI theta B minus 26.65 plus EI theta C minus 21.66 plus 55. This comes 41.66 plus 0.5 into 26.65. So this comes 0 kilonewton meter. So we calculated MAB, MBA, MBC and MCB. Now we'll draw the bending moment diagram. So BMD will be 127.4
73.48, then MBA it is 72.51, and here it is 0. This is 127.48, this is 71.51, this is our 0. Now due to our UDL we'll get like this, and for the point load we will get like this. So this is our bending moment diagram. Now we have to find out the shear force, so that we can draw the shear force diagram. So this is span 1, 127 anti-clockwise because it is negative, here 72.5 positive, here 72.5, here it is 0. This consists of UDL, that is 20 kilonewton per meter. This is 127.48, this is 72.51. Now to find out the shear force diagram, this is RA, this is RP1, this is RP2, this is RC. So take moment about P, taking moment about P is equal to 0. So RA into 8, because this distance is 8 clockwise, then 127.48 is anti-clockwise, minus 20 into 8 into 4, that is also anti-clockwise, plus 72.51 is clockwise. So we need to find out RA. So 8 RA is 127.48 minus 20 into 8 into 4, 72.51 divided by 8. So RA is coming 86.87 kilonewton. Now RP1 will be coming 20 into 8 due to the UDL minus 86.87, that is 160 minus 86.87 gives us 73.13. Now if we are going to calculate RB2, similarly take moment about C is equal to 0. So RB2 into 4 minus 72.51 minus 80 into 2 is equal to 0. So RP2 is 58.125 kilonewton. So total reaction at B will be 73.13 plus 58.125, 73.13 plus 58.125 is 131.25
kilonewton.
RC is 80 minus 58.125. So 80 minus 58.125 gives us 21.875. 21.875
kilonewton. So we calculated the shear force. Now to draw the shear force diagram, we calculate the reaction RA, RB, RC. So for the shear force diagram,
for the shear force for the span AB, this is RA, this is my RB1. Take a section X. So shear force at X is equal to RA minus W into X. So at X is equal to 0, shear force at A is equal to RA. Now at X is equal to 8 meter, shear force at B will be RA is 88.87 minus W to 8.
this is 88.87 minus 160 is minus 71.13 kilonewton. That's why the shear force diagram for this section will be like this.
So this is 88.87 and this is
RA is 86.87.
this is 86.7, so 73.13. So this will be my 73.13.
Similarly, for the right hand side, we have 58.125.
So 58.125 will be going like this. So if I will draw for the total, it is 88.17. At this point it is 73.17. Now 58.125 up to here it is constant. Now 80. So this is my 88.87. This is 73.13. This is 58.125. So this is 58.125. Then 21.8. This is 21.875.
So this is how the shear force diagram for this problem.
So this is positive, this is positive, this is our negative.
So I hope you like this video and thank you very much for watching.